right, and more news now on what is our top story as Italy's Prime Minister prepares to stand down. Other parties are stepping up their pitch to fill the gap. They include the anti-establishment Five Star movement. Manlio Di Stefano is a member of that party, a member of the Italian Parliament, and joining us now from Rome. Your response, briefly, to the vote, firstly.
First of all, thank you for inviting me and good afternoon. Well, this response was made by the people willing to have a government that listened to them. I mean, this referendum was on the constitutional reform, so obviously there is a certain part of the voters that went to the matter of the constitutional reform, that was terrible, and the other part of the voters voted on Mr. Renzi, because he said this referendum was on him. And when you have all the power like he had to reform the country for 2 years, and what you do is just saving banks and saving financial institutions with the people money, while in the country there is the 63% of youth unemployment, you failed. And that's what people said yesterday.
Just explain what your party stands for. You are certainly anti-establishment, that is clear. But what does the party actually stand for? There have been lots of votes of congratulation, as it were, for both your party and the far-right Northern League today, from parties who are described as nationalist, as populist, as leading very much to the right across Europe. Do you feel that that's what you represent as a movement?
That's the international storytelling. The truth is that we were born in 2009, and immediately in all the institutions we have been, so from the municipalities to the parliament now, we did what we said and with promises in the elections. So people understood that we came from a protest, obviously, we came from a protest, but then we became the proposals. Right. And now we are the party with the strongest electoral program. And if you want to know basic things, we want to discuss about our financial institutions, because if you think about Italy, if an entrepreneur wants to open a small company in Italy, it has to be a hero, because you don't have any bank giving you money. You have to pay taxes in advance, and we paid 67% of taxation since the very beginning. And this country is made of the 80% of small businesses. What you call made in Italy, the very famous one, is made by small entrepreneurs. So if you don't think to these people, you will lose the country, and we are losing it. So our electoral program is made of is made of good deals with the other international partners, without the storytelling of we are friend of this and enemy of the other one. We want to be friend of everyone.
Okay. Let me put this to you. If you were to be successful in a coalition that could govern the country going forward, would that be a movement, a coalition that wanted out of the Eurozone and out of Europe? It's a really basic question. Well,
I want to clarify, this is not our first point in a political agenda. Our first point, as I said before, is the labor market and is to fix the issues that we have inside the country. But coming to your point, the big mistake that was done by the left wing in 2001, Mr. Prodi, was to bring Italy into the Eurozone without asking to people. And people recognize this big mistake, so now they want to choose. What we promised in the election for the European election, was to give people a referendum on the Eurozone. The result of this referendum will be our political decision. What we said and we demonstrated in these 3 years is that we are representing people. So we want to ask them.
I think, well, you've been on the winning side of a referendum. Many politicians across Europe will say referenda are not doing them any favours whatsoever, but I hear your point. Look, for our viewers' sake, who may not know, that much about Italian politics and are learning more as we tell this story, would you identify yourselves as things stand today, within the wave that has instated Donald Trump in the US, that would be sympathetic to the views of, for example, the Russian leader, Vladimir Putin, and France's National Front leader, Marine Le Pen? Again, a very simple question.
No, we are not in the same wave, meaning that we act like anti-establishment party with a lot of proposals. Mr. Trump, that I respect, and I respect the answer of the American people, is obviously not the anti-establishment guy. I mean, he's a billionaire, and the Brexit, another thing too. We are different in this way. We are leaderless. We have no political. We have no party structure. We decide without asking to people on our electoral, on our informatic system on the web. So we are very popular in a beautiful sense, meaning that we listen to people. So no, it's not the same wave, but there is one thing that connects all the dots. Yes, very shortly. But something that connects all the dots. There is a wave all around the world of people asking to be listened. So we are this in Italy, and who knows who are the other parties like this in the rest of the world. We are in Italy this kind of party, yes.